Hi, welcome to my video on concyclic points and cyclic quadrilateral. Video number 1. Concyclic points. Concyclic points are points on the same circle. So let's plot the point A and B and C and D and E. So these are concyclic points because all the points lie on the circumference of the circle. And we have a cyclic quadrilateral. A cyclic quadrilateral is a quadrilateral whose vertices are concyclic. So we go P, Q, R, and S. If these are concyclic points and you join them up, so P, Q, R, S. So P, Q, R, S are concyclic points. So these points, if you join all the points with chords, then P, Q, R, S is a cyclic quadrilateral. Again, a quadrilateral whose vertices lie on the circle. So let's do some questions. Number 1, we have P, A, K, H lie on the circumference of the circle, and B and L are inside. So which points are concyclic? So T, A, K, and H are concyclic points because they lie on the circle. Number 2, we have another diagram. Named a concyclic quadrilateral. So we notice that MGHT is a quadrilateral. MQPT is also a quadrilateral because the quadrilateral is made up of 4 sides. But the cyclic quadrilateral is MGHT because these are the 4 points. MGHT lie on the circumference of the circle. So MQPT is a quadrilateral, but Q and P are on the inside of the circle, so it's not cyclic. So we have a cyclic quadrilateral and concyclic points. Let's continue. Let's prove a theorem. Prove the opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilateral are supplementary. So we have to have a cyclic quadrilateral. So let's label the points of A, B, C, and D. So a cyclic quadrilateral, so it's A, going to B, C, D. So in this statement, we got to prove they're supplementary. So we're given that A, B, C, D is a cyclic, and I'm going to write quadrilateral as QAD. And we have to prove that the opposite angles. So I'm just going to prove one pair. I'm going to prove that angle A is supplementary to angle C. Opposite angles are supplementary. So if I can prove A is supplementary to C, then also same holds for the D is supplementary to B. So let's start our proof. Number 1, A, B, C, D is a cyclic quadrilateral. And at number 1, that's the given. So now that we have to get that these 2 angles are supplementary, so that means we have to prove that A plus C is 180. So angle A is a half of the arc BCD. So this angle A right here, this is an inscribed angle. Angle A is an inscribed angle with these 2 chords. So that's a half of this arc BCD. And also that angle C, which is this angle C right here is this angle, is a half of the arc DAB. And the reason is that the inscribed angle is half of the intercepted arc. So again, this is an inscribed angle with two chords as intercepting this arc, DCB, so it's a half of it. And let's add these together. So angle A plus angle C is equal to a half. So I'm taking these two statements, taking angle A and added this angle C, and half of this arc added to half of, as a DAB. And that's the addition property, PROP, of equality. Addition property of equality. But the angle A plus angle C is a half of BAD plus BCD, this one right here, BCD, and DAB. And what that is, that's the distributive property. Distributive property. Just the spelling is the DRISTIBUT. Distributive property. Terrible spelling there, but sometimes my spelling is a little bit off. Distributive. And we have that. Notice I did distributive property. I could say the factor. I factored the half out, or distributive property. The half is distributed into here, so opposite of the distributive property. So the arc BCD plus the arc DAB is equal to 360 degrees, because that's the circumference of the circle. Circumference of the circle has 360 degrees. I put this for a circle. So the circumference of a circle all the way around is 360 degrees. So that means that these two are right here. So that means that angle A plus angle C is equal to a half of 360. And that's substitution. That's the substitution property. So right here, angle, the arc, make that an arc now, make sure. These two are right here. So I replace these two, which are right here, with 360 by substitution. So that means that angle A plus angle C is equal to 180. And that's the multiplication property. Multiplication property. And so that means that angle A is supplementary to angle C, definition of issue BP, spelled that correctly, issue definition of supplementary angles. Two angles that add up to 180 are supplementary. So I proved that angle A and angle C are supplementary. I would also do the same proof for D and B using the different arcs. So it's the same proof over again. So let's do some questions. Number 4, we have a quadrilateral PQRT, and we have these are concyclic points. So that means that PQRT is a cyclic quadrilateral because these are concyclic points, and that means that opposite angles are supplementary. So that means that angle P is 180 minus the 65. So that means it's 115. So this angle is 115. 115 and 65 is 180. That means angle Q is supplementary. So it's 180 minus 100. So angle Q is 100. So the opposite angles are supplementary. So if you know one angle, you subtract 180, you get the other one. So if we take 115, add on 65, you get 180. You take 100 and add on 80, you get 180. Because the opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilateral are supplementary. Okay, let's continue. Now we have a similar question, but I arranged a little bit of more algebra. We have a B, F, H lie on the circle. A, B, F, H lie on the circle. That means that A, B, F, H is a cyclic quadrilateral. Now we want to find the measure of angle H. So if that's a cyclic quadrilateral, that means that angle A is supplementary to angle F. And it means that angle B is supplementary to angle H. So that means if I look at these two here, they got X's. If I look at these two, they got X's and Y's. So if they're supplementary, that means that angle A plus angle F is equal to 180. That means that angle B plus angle H is 180. So angle A is 3x plus 20. Angle F is 2x plus 10, and they add up to 180. Also, I have angle B, which is y squared plus 40. I have angle H, which is x plus y. And so we have them subbed in. Now we got to solve these. I have equations. Notice that this equation right here got an x and a y, so can't solve that until I have to find what x is or y is in order to complete this equation here. But this equation has all x's, so 3x and 2x is 5x, 10 and 20 is 30. So 5x is equal to 180 minus 30. 5x is equal to 50. 150. Divide by 5. And we have x is equal to 30 degrees. So we have, it says find angle H, but angle H is made up of x plus y. So I found x. Now if I sub x in here, so y squared plus 40, add on x is 30, plus y equals 180. Because I have x here, I can sub x in and I have an equation with all y's. But this is a quadratic, so I'll put the y squared first, then the y, and that's a 70. So y squared plus y plus 70 minus 180 equals 0. So y squared plus y minus 110 equals 0. And we have a quadratic in terms of y, so let's see if we can factor it. Y squared is y times y. The product is negative and the sum is positive, so we have product is negative, so we have to have a plus and a minus. So what's the factors? So the product is 110 and the sum is 1. So what are the factors of 110 to give you 1? Well, let's see. 11 times 10 is 110, and it gives me a 1. So I have to have plus. So it's a plus 11 minus 10. So plus 11 minus 10 equals 0. So y plus 11 equals 0, or y minus 10 equals 0. So y is a negative 11 and y is 10. But we need, now we got y is 11 and 10, so x plus y. So if we have y, if we sub back in, if you take the y and we have two values for y, so if you put y back in here, so let's take angle B, which is y squared plus 40, and we put in y equals a negative 11. So we got a negative 11 squared plus 40. We have 111 is 121 plus 40 is a 161. So y is a negative 11, can work in that angle, but angle H, y is x plus y, x is 30, and y is, we're putting 30 in for x, y is 11, negative 11, so put a negative 11 in here, so I get a 19. So x plus y adds up, we have a 19. Well, what about if that's a negative 11 there now. So what about if we have y is 10? So the negative 11 worked there, the negative 11 worked there, two of them add up, supplementary. What about when y is 10? So angle B is y squared plus 40. So we got 10 squared plus 40. We have 100 plus 40. We have 140. And we have angle H is equal to x plus y. Remember now we're doing y is 10. So x is 30. And y is 10. And that's, I just noticed then, I glanced back here and got 140. And that adds up to be a 40. And they're supplementary. So the values of angle H could be, a 19, or it could be 40. Because even though y is a negative 11, and negative 11 will work with both of these angles when we have x is 30, and negative 11 will work on both angles to come up with 180 supplementary. And y is 10. 10 works to make angle B 140. X and y added together gives me 40, which is supplementary. So there's two values for angle H in this question. So that's why I like to give some different questions I'm working through to make sure you understand not only the property of the quadrilateral opposite angles are supplementary, but you use that property to work out the algebra. And the algebra is what makes you stronger when you go to higher math, the calculus and the pre-calculus, etc. So that brings us to the end of the video. And if you like my video, click on the like button, click on the subscribe button, visit my math website, www.mathfullyexplained.com, to find more information about me, my videos, and the content. That's the content on my YouTube channel called Math Fully Explained. Thank you for viewing my video. Hope the video helped you. Bye-bye.